I'm here.
All right. Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Chat Sphere. Today we've got Tristan back on. We're not driving this time, thankfully, because that was a nightmare.
It was a great time. I didn't have to do a thing.
Driving there was great. Driving back was a nightmare.
I slept.
10 out of 10 would still do it again, though. Well, it's very early in the morning. I had to get this recording done a little early because I have to edit it and get it ready for posting before my trip that I'm going on. So by the time this is posted, I'll already be on the trip, hopefully be recording another episode. I'm going to try to get at least one or two episodes recorded while we're there. It's going to be me, Sean, and a friend that I made down there. So, excited for that. I'm excited to go on the trip, to be honest. It's going to be a great time. But, yeah, we'll get on with the episode. How are you doing?
I'm so tired, but I'm here. We're chilling.
Yeah, we got coffee.
Get through.
We got coffee, even though caffeine doesn't do a damn thing for me, as you've heard in another episode.
It still tastes good, so we'll take it.
It do taste good.
By an unnamed, unposted brand. Please sponsor.
No.
I'm joking.
No, I'm not joking. Please do.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, just switch out for something creamy instead of something carbonated. You heard me. I'll say it again.
It's wild.
But, yeah. Before we get into too many topics, we'll start out with this, considering they're on the table and filling up probably most of your eyes right now. So, in a previous episode, we went ahead and opened up this guy. And I'll do a quick explanation. I won't waste too much time talking about it. But MSCHF is a company that throws out a bunch of random stuff. It's kind of cool, kind of not. It depends on what it is. Typically, they're not too pricey unless they do something huge. So I've done a few of them. This time they're doing a lockbox. So the first thing was a key. So they didn't say anything. It was just a key. So I ordered the key. Who knows what it goes to? So they put out a lockbox. So I ordered the lockbox. And this is what we opened in the last episode, which we'll open it again right now.
It's a bomb.
No, it's not. So we opened up this guy. Boom. It was another key.
Yes.
So
The lottery.
would you like to do the honors of opening this one?
Oh, sure. Thank you. Does it matter? I'm assuming not.
So before you open this, I haven't opened this yet. I have an idea of what's in it, but that should be good. Give that puppy an open.
Magic.
Okay. Oh, look at that. That's another fucking key.
Yes!
So,
Who would have suspected? It's a key.
I already kind of knew it was in there. I did some research on this. I think there's going to be 5 boxes. I don't know if it's going to be 5 boxes and then the 5th box will be something, or if it's going to be 5 boxes, the 5th box will still have a key, and then that'll lead to whatever the 6th thing is. But, yeah, I'm too deep in now, so I'm going to keep going to the end if I can. We'll do
We love keys. We just love collecting keys with numbers.
So we know someone that does like keys a lot, but we'll leave that where it is.
Except they're cool keys. We like those keys.
Yeah, I think I bought one of those keys. But, oh jeez, it's sinking.
I'm keeping the box.
You can't keep the box. But, yeah, we're now 2 boxes in, 3 keys in. Hopefully there's only 2 more boxes. We'll see. But, I'll keep you guys updated on it. I'll open a new one every time I get one. It's about...
Bro's got the Mickey D boxes.
It's about, I think they release every 2 weeks, and you gotta wait a week for it to ship. But, yeah, I don't think I'll bring them all every time, but I will open the new one as I get them.
Just bring the last one and the newest one. It's a key. Let's open it. It's another key. Again.
On the very last, honestly, I might just, no, we'll do I'll bring all the boxes. We'll just open them all at the same time over and over again. Because the idea is we're going to get to the 5th box. I'm going to think that's the last box. It's going to be another key for whatever the 6th thing is. And I'll be like, wow, I brought all 5 of these for no reason.
1, 2,
God, what isn't this a Sesame Street?
Yeah.
The
The
vampire.
vampire.
Jesus Christ. Well, now we got the elephant in the room out of the way. Sorry, I took up the whole table. Yeah. So welcome back. So let's see. What do we want to start today off with? You just graduated high school.
I did.
We talked about that?
I'm officially a graduate now. I am no longer bounded by the change of the education system.
The youngest of the 4 brothers is finally out of high school. That's also a thing.
About time.
Sean and Connor are getting close to finishing college. Bro, I feel fucking
He is
40.
old.
I feel like I'm 40.
He is. He's a 40-year-old man. Don't
Hey,
let him
Chris,
lie to you.
We're only 3 years apart. Well, he's 6. It gives me, it gives Sean and Connor, and then it gives Tristan. But that 6 years is a fucking lot.
Yeah.
But anyways, how was your high school experience? I liked high school, but it's a lot different now.
Yeah, the COVID era kind of affected that a little bit.
That's true.
But so 4 years of high school, right? Freshman year, online. I was at home. I was sleeping, playing Minecraft. Like, I got a realm at
I don't
that
think
point.
you actually did anything for school during that
I
time.
didn't. I got a realm. I got like all straight A's. I got A pluses in all my classes because how can you? I know a lot of people struggled, and that's absolutely fair.
Well, it's another thing is high school isn't hard. So
For some people,
Okay.
I mean, to be fair,
as a whole, high school isn't meant to be difficult. So
it's a
typically
learning experience.
It typically isn't difficult.
But-
So when you add the aspect of everything going online and the teachers don't know what's going on, it's cake.
I would say others had a lot more of a struggle, which that's fair. But personally, I just slept. I slept, played Minecraft, and slept more, and got straight A's. That was my entire freshman year. And I had my 2 middle years of sophomore and junior years, and those were all right. I mean, nothing too extreme happened. It was like the most basic high school experience you could imagine: taking classes, joined a couple clubs, called it that. ACT was horrible. That's different.
How did the ACT go for you guys? I don't remember.
It's the same process, except we sat in the gym. They were like,
That's how we did it.
Legally, we can't talk about a lot. They do have you sign forms now. I don't
Well,
know
you
if
can't
they
talk
have
about what's on the test.
Oh, okay.
You can talk
Cool.
about the process. You just can't talk
Sick.
about what's on it.
Yeah, so we were in the gym.
We
Bunch
have
of
all the
tape.
answers.
We have, surprise, the entire test. But
Slaps it on the table. It's like that thick.
that's what's in the last box. The newest ACT.
I don't need a 36 anymore. 36 or 32?
Yeah, 36.
I don't need a 36 anymore. I've already graduated college.
But they would have you sit in the gym, and then every person would get their own, own desk and chair, everything. They just didn't bring anything. Like, if you needed a pencil or, for scissors for some reason, because a couple people needed it, you just didn't have anything. They said you should have brought it, and we're like, that's fair. What about calculators for the math section that, every math classroom has like 30 of? No, you don't need it.
See, it's why
Should've brought your own.
They supplied all this when we took it.
See, they told us they would supply it.
They were
and then
supposed
just
to.
didn't.
Because it comes in like a box. They ship everything that you're allowed to use in a box.
And then they just said, no,
They said they weren't prepared this year, so you should have been prepared this year.
pretty much.
But we didn't tell you to be prepared this year.
Right. But, I completely skimmed over. State test. I only took it 1 year in high school.
You were slamming the table, my boy.
I like hands.
Okay, use your hands.
Yeah.
You're going, bah!
But anyways, we'll do the ACT for now. But, yeah, so we just all sat down, started taking the test. I don't remember the amount of time we had allotted for everything. But it honestly wasn't that bad. The only section that I thought was actually kind of difficult was the science section. And that's because they gave you the most random prompts known to man, and then graphs that halfway matched, but also didn't. Unless you were a extreme science nerd about it, it was just guessing. I guessed on half of it. I still did decent.
See, that's how I was. I didn't take the practice tests. I didn't really prepare beforehand.
I did one practice.
Because you don't know what's going to be on it. Even the practice isn't fully going to be like, oh yeah, here's what's on it.
The only thing I'll defend for the practices is the reading one. The math, English, and science, sure.
Yeah,
whatever.
that would prepare you on how the question.
Yeah, honestly, the reading one though, it prepares you to like how you're actually like, what things you do need to look at, what things you don't need to care about. Skimming the questions first, then going back for it. So that one does help a little bit.
Yeah, I went into a blind. Took it once. I think I got like a 25. I was like, that's good enough for me.
I got to 26 on my first try.
Yeah, but you did practice. I don't want to hear
I did one reading one.
it. Okay, well, I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I literally just went in. I said, I got this.
He's compensating. But
For what? I don't have to do it anymore. I already graduated everything.
But anyways, that was my like sophomore and junior year. Also, state test, mentioned that before. You're supposed to do it 3 years of high school, at least. I did it once
State testing.
because of COVID.
Didn't they stop doing that?
No, they still do it. They're actually doing more of it now. Before you only had to do 2 years, now you have to do 3 in high school. At least in Kentucky.
I swear, so I remember doing it. I think they stopped it for a bit and then they started back up.
They stopped it for freshmen and seniors. But then they brought it back for freshmen.
I think I took it my freshman year. I think I didn't have to take it my sophomore year. I don't think I had to take it the other 2 years either. I thought I just had to take the ACT.
I didn't have to take it my junior year, but that's just because they didn't care. I don't know why the school just decided we're not doing it this year.
That was nothing. Star testing. Do you ever have
What
to
the
do-
hell is star
You
testing?
didn't have to do that. So star testing was kind of like state tests, but it was for like the super early years. I don't remember if it was elementary school and middle school. It might have been just elementary school, but everyone had to do it. Yeah, but I remember they stopped doing it. I just couldn't remember if it was before or after you started.
I have no idea what star
Yeah,
testing
it
is.
must be nice.
It is. I have no idea. But those were like, the 2 middle years. We've got freshman year, which was just COVID, easy peasy. The 2 years after that, basic high school experience. And then there's senior year. I just didn't go to school. I was still enrolled, well, for context, I'm still enrolled at my high school. The only thing is that I was given 2 different opportunities that ended up making it so I just didn't have classes there.
You had vocational school. It was kind of like vocational school.
I wouldn't say vocational. It was the internship.
That's basically what it is, though, for high school.
Yeah,
Because do they still do vocational school?
yeah, but that's for more so things like trades.
I mean, it's kind of a trade. I don't know.
I worked in insurance for my internship for, honestly, it was basically just an entire year. So 1 year span, I was just working in insurance, and that covered half of my classes because they just let it cover half. And then the other half, I was able to just run with college classes because I just did dual credit ones. And all of which they decided to just give me online ones. So I didn't have to go to the schools or to Boone. So I just went to my internship and then came home. And that was it. That was my senior experience.
And then he slept.
Pretty much. But I did still do clubs. There was one club called you just teach the younger audience of
You
kids.
said the name of the school.
No, I said the club.
It's still the same thing.
Whatever.
I'm going to cut that, but it's fine.
Okay, so let me restart this. So
This will be the first time I can put a bleep in.
yeah, just do that. Yeah.
I've never had to do that before.
Yeah, so basically it's gonna be men of.
Yeah.
You better put a bleep in there too.
That's not happening.
No. But anyway,
So skip that club. Yeah, you were in that club.
so there's that, and then after that, I also had FBLA, which was the Future Business Leaders of America, and the whole point of that was to, you join an event, and there's like 120 different events you can choose from, and then you literally just compete regionally, state, and then national if you make it to, through state and through regionals, and state was also something you could just go to just because. Even if you're not competing, it was for the experience. A lot of times they just wanted kids to get more into a professional atmosphere to figure out what life's going to be like afterwards. And that's what the events are supposed to help for either career paths or to just get you in the business world, at least a little bit.
So that we can move this along. What's the big thing for this?
Yeah, so basically, skipping all that, that's the context for what it is. So I did the event called Business Plan, and basically just had to make a nice big report on an entire business from scratch to like $1 million business. and it won regionally, and it won #1 in state. So now I get to go to nationals. I get to go to Florida for free.
I also may have forged documents so that he would have actual business items.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We don't talk about. We don't talk about that. But
It's okay. How are you gonna have a fake license or a fake business without a real liquor license?
we don't talk about that. But now I'm going to Florida with my group, and then I think there's only like 3 of us going to nationals. The other 2 like kind of barely skimmed through. I think they got 3rd and 4th, which was still acceptable to go. But
So that'll be cool. You get to compete and hopefully you'll win.
hopefully, my goal is top 10 because
I mean, you've already made it to nationals. That's pretty big on its own. But yeah, that'd be cool.
well, the reason why is because thinking of it literally just logically, its top 4 goes to nationals, and that's 50 states. So I'm competing against 200 different people, or 199 different people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. And there's 3 rounds that I have to go through. I have to go through the report round. If you pass that, you go to prelims. If you pass that, you go to finals.
I just want my work to make it through.
If I get top 10, I'll be happy. I'm good with that. But
I just want them to comment on how good those licenses came out.
if they do, I'll let them know. If they don't, that'll be even funnier for me. But anyways,
It took so long to make those.
that is the high school experience. I know I just kind of ran through clubs there, but to recap, freshman year, COVID, sophomore, junior, regular high school, senior year, gone.
Yeah, my high school experience was nowhere near that. They also have a bunch of new clubs like archery and all that.
I don't think it's new, more so it just got more popular. Just like FBLA for
Archery
our school.
wasn't there.
It wasn't?
They didn't have archery. You got men's volleyball now, right?
Yeah, they did
didn't
introduce.
have
They
men's
introduced that
volleyball.
my sophomore year.
They redid the building, made it super nice.
So I'm pissed about that one.
See, we just had the normal stuff. We had band, we had choir, we had dance, the sports.
All the common sports.
Oh,
We even
yeah,
have
I should
golf.
probably say that. But what the fuck?
Yeah, we have golf.
We had basketball, football, soccer, baseball, softball,
Bowling.
volleyball, but it was only women's volleyball. I think it was only women's softball too. But I think it was only men's baseball and soccer.
You can't forget about the bowling team.
The-
That surprisingly does
That's-
amazing.
That's the kicker. So most of our teams were not good, and that's putting it lightly, but we're going to keep it at that. But the 2 teams that did, we'll say 3 teams, the 3 teams that did very well all 4 years would probably be the women's volleyball team, the bowling team, for whatever
They
reason,
were cracked for no reason.
and then the soccer team. Our boys' soccer team always did pretty good.
They're still all right. They're not like great, but they still do okay.
Yeah. And then the other, so it was my freshman year and then possibly sophomore year that the basketball team was really good.
It was.
We actually made it to the league
Mhm.
a couple times, which was cool because since we were in band, we got to go and actually play. Because we did one where we would just play at the school, the home games, and then once we made it further to an actual bracket, we'd go to the other schools to play. And then I think it was only 1 year that we actually made it to like a championship of sorts, and we actually got to go to the college and play there. I think we went twice for that.
We were not that good now. Our basketball team, we had a few like star players who actually did get really good scholarships, but that was it. We had like 3 decent players. Everyone else kind of, to put it lightly. Other than that, though, currently our bowling team still amazing. No reason I'm not even shitting on them to put it like that. They're just surprisingly amazing for no reason. Our tennis team is surprisingly getting better.
Okay.
I don't know how. Other sports, yeah, football's we're I think ranked last now. We're ranked somewhere in like the far bottom because there was one specific school that you almost had to try to lose against before. Like they would be the laughing stock for football. We've lost to them 3 years in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
one of the teams that we just couldn't get to win. We won, so another another bit of dad lore. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But the freshman year when we first played in a marching band game, they hadn't won for I think it was a couple years. Hadn't won a single game. That was the first game they won. Our first game there, they won. We lost it. It was great. And then they let us down every other time. But it's okay.
You got one. We got one.
It's okay. As far as I know, it was the coach's fault.
The coaches still suck. We've gotten, I think, 2 or 3 new coaches within the past few years.
Yeah. It doesn't. I mean, even if the coaches weren't bad, switching them out constantly, you're consistently switching out the strategy. You're consistently messing with their heads. You're consistently switching how training is. It's just you're setting them up for failure.
It's horrible watching them. And like they would invite us for the football team too. They would come up to me every year at least once because there'd be a new coach. So the new coach would like see me in the cafeteria and be like, "Oh, I haven't seen you before," and I'm like, I was like, "I'm not in any sports. That makes sense." And he was like, "Oh," and he would like they would always grab me by the shoulder and say, "Let me show you something."
You want to see something?
Literally, and they would just.
Let me tell you about something.
They would just
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. But they would just show me the training room and the field and ask if I want to be on the team, and I'm like, not really. And they'd be like, "Here's a paper," and I'd be like, "I'm good." He's like, "Take the paper." He's like, "Take the paper, think on it." And I was like, "Okay."
In the trash can.
But it was nice of him nonetheless. I did feel nice getting invited by different coaches every year. But I was like, I'm good.
Dude, that's how I felt about college with like frats and stuff. Never joined a frat. It was just I didn't feel like putting the money towards
Pay
it.
for friends.
Yeah, I didn't feel like putting the money towards it, and I didn't need to pay for friends because they were inviting me to the frat. What was the other thing? Oh, you just wouldn't have time for anything. You want to be involved, but it would be to the point where you had to go to all these things, otherwise you weren't in it, but you already paid for it. There's just a lot that goes into it. And I was already in college, I was working 2 jobs, but you know, it felt real nice to be like, have all these different groups be like, why don't you join us? It's like, no. We can hang out outside of it.
Right.
Even though I did go to, I think, 1 or 2 of the parties. One of them by
I remember you went to one of them. You came home afterwards like, yeah, I just went to one.
I just went to a frat party by accident because it was we went to an escape room and then we saw a bunch of people dressed up as cowboys going into a bar. We're like, let's go check it out. So we walk in, they check our IDs, and then I don't remember if they asked if we were part of the group or what. They're like, no, we just saw them and started walking with them, and they just let us in. I don't know who the bouncer was, but they were cool.
Like that.
And we walk in, and I see some of my buddies, and like, hey guys, what the fuck is this? I'm like, oh, it's a frat party. I'm like, oh, cool. I don't know how I got in, but I'm here. And then we drank.
Just walk through the door. Simple as that. Yeah, so that's the high school experiences are very different. It's 6 years apart, but it does go crazy. And now I'm graduating. Now I can be free from the education system, kind of.
No, you're going into college now.
Mandatory education system.
That's true. Let's talk about. We'll do a quick glance over the college because I'm sure you guys are getting tired of
school.
Hearing about all the school. Although it is interesting to hear how it's changed and stuff. But yeah. So you're going in for like HR management, business degree. So I'm sitting there at work one day and I get a message. And I'm looking. I'm like, okay, whatever. Typical day. I'm in the art route. What do you mean you're in the art route? They put me in the art route. What kind of classes do they have you taking for art when you're supposed to be taking business classes?
So for context, when I filled out alarm. Oh, I was changing. But
also, if you see me looking up, there's a person outside this window, and
it's kind of funny just staring as we're like, "Hi there."
Hello there. I love you.
No. But what were we talking about? I'm already gone.
What art classes were you given?
So for context, before I get to that,
okay.
The way you were supposed to fill out your pre-major, so that they would at least like know what to talk to you about, what classes to sign you up for, and then like go through it and finalize it. Before that, you're supposed to select a pre-major. And the pre-major I selected was human resources and or general business, which was, I think, a BAS, or no, it was BA. It was highlighted as BA. But right under that, there was BAS, which was a college degree in the arts.
Yeah. Bachelor of Arts and something.
Sciences. Bachelor of Arts and Sciences. So yeah, it was BAS for that one.
Yeah.
And I guess when they filled it in, because I know I put in BA, I took a screenshot of it. And when they had gone through it, I guess they put it as BAS instead. So I got a letter in the mail, and I was like, oh, it's from, the college. So like, let me open this real quick. Let me take a look. And I was like, oh, why do I have a degree in the arts?
What were the classes?
The classes they signed me, like I went to orientation this week, or last week. And I was like, you know what, let me take a look at the classes they assigned for me for the arts. So I took a look at it. There was 3 classes listed. Generally, they're supposed to start you off with 5 classes. So it's supposed to be like 15 credit hours to start you off.
Full-time is 4
12.
to 5 classes.
It's 12 credit hours is full-time.
Yeah, which is 4 classes.
Yeah.
So 4 to 5 classes, and they typically start you off with 5 classes because they want you to get done as soon as possible.
They want you to take 4 years, but just in case you drop one.
But the amount of times I've made eye contact with this woman.
It's kind of funny.
It is funny.
But they only signed me up for 3 classes. And those 3 classes were ceramics, painting, and I think it was just literally history of the art. Those were my classes.
History of the arts is crazy.
And what was I supposed to be? A business major
No, now he's
for
learned about
human
Pablo
resources.
Picasso.
For human resources. But you know what? I'm gonna do some pottery real quick. I'll be back. I'll take my degree later.
No, because if you don't switch those up, you get screwed. Let me tell you, college, the biggest thing. So any of you that aren't in college yet, which some of these episodes, if you're not in college yet, you probably shouldn't be watching this. But most of the episodes are okay. Some of them. But anyways, one of the biggest things about college that you're going to need to keep up with is your, what are they called? Not counselor.
Advisor?
Your advisor. That's one. You need to keep up with your advisor. You need to make sure you're taking the right classes because it doesn't fully fall in their blame because they have to deal with all these students. But you have a track when you typically take these classes, and if you don't follow the track, you're going to fall behind. And if you fall behind, then you got to take either summer classes, or you have to scramble and pay more to take extra classes, or you just have to do another semester. Now, I think Mark, who's been on here a few times, has ran into that thing where he had to go and take another semester because they screwed up and didn't give him the right classes, or he switched degrees, or it was something along those lines. I had to take a summer class because I fell behind. They kept giving me different classes, but they wouldn't give me this prerequisite for a lot of my degree classes, which caused problems. But I had a very awesome teacher, and he stayed over for one summer to help me out and do the class and everything. Shout out to you, even though you're probably not going to see this. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. Just keep up with your classes. Make sure you are taking the right classes. You'll be set.
I'm gonna go take pottery now.
Yeah, he's gonna graduate with an arts degree and then try to become an HR. Honestly, that's pretty fitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get a teaching degree and then go HR. Same idea.
Let me get a master's in teaching just to go. Let's explore your benefits.
Teaching's such a tough fucking field to get a job in right now.
Tough to get a job? No.
Yeah, because
What are
they're
you
firing them.
talking
They're
about?
firing them.
Yeah, which means there's open spots, baby.
It means they're not filling the spots back up.
I mean, they're doing pretty good at the unnamed high school right now.
I wonder why. Most of them are so old they had to retire.
Yeah, that's what's been happening. The past 2 years, we've had at least 10 teachers retire. So I'm seeing all these new teachers come in. I'm like, oh,
I'm talking about
Who
the
are you?
abundance of schools closing down and just firing people.
It can't be happening.
Unless you become a professor, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah. Pretty much screwed.
Yeah.
But yeah, college. I'll be doing that soon. We'll see how it goes. I have to switch my major, and then we're chilling. I'll be good.
Have you already started that process?
I do it next week because I still have to meet with my advisor, and I have to talk to her then and say, hey, can I not be an art major when I know nothing about art?
I like art, but I'm not here for art.
Pretty much.
As Drew would say, the Special Friends podcast is kicking in.
The what?
Special Friends podcast. That was in the last episode.
Who's on the last one?
Drew.
Makes sense.
We had Daisy in the middle too. It's funny too because this dog would like love Daisy to death, but there are points where she is like in the camera.
She's just going
Her whole snoot covers up the camera at one point.
1,000-yard stare into the camera.
Dude, there's sometimes I'll walk into Drew's house. Daisy will the days that she's not super excited and jump around, so I'll just be staring into my soul. It's like,
Just get along.
you're not Daisy. Who are you? But yeah,
What were you gonna do after college?
get a job.
Well, no, I'm talking like I remember like, okay, high school, college, what the hell were we talking about?
Well, we did the mischief boxes. We
did.
talked about you graduating, and that took some time. You had a topic.
Oh, okay. So I know we've been talking about like some just regular everyday stuff. Tier list.
Well, this will be the second tier list because we did the Nuka-Cola.
So
but we made.
here,
Oh, excuse me.
somewhere here, there will be a tier list.
It's probably gonna be across the bottom. I'll figure it out.
This entire area, right here,
Yeah,
will
I
be a
will.
tier
I will
list.
cover my face with this tier list. No, we'll go from. I'm trying to think how this will look. We'll go from Tristan's right side to my left side. Step by step, whatever. Yeah. How do we?
You are allowed to abuse him for his opinions.
What do you mean? You're allowed to abuse him for his opinions as well.
No,
Let's throw this in the middle so I can also.
my
see
opinions
this.
are just objectively correct.
Okay.
We're
so
starting.
desserts. He wants to do desserts.
It's a dessert tier list.
Oh, and
Because
we have
I have-
homemade versus
I have-
store bought.
I have plenty of experience in this.
See, you know, he brought this idea up to me as we were driving here to
Yes.
record this, and I said, "Good. I've gotten fairly decent at editing now, but now I'm going to have to edit in a tier list
With 18 items at least. I
with
love.
homemade versus store bought as well. I have to figure out how I'm going to do that. Okay, that's
So,
fine.
so basically, you just like do like an unnamed brand of brownies.
I'll just do like a pan of brownies versus
Exactly.
a bag of brownies.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
A bag of uncooked mix, just the powder.
That's gonna be the homemade.
That's wild.
Okay.
Homemade brownies. What are we thinking?
Homemade. Well, we gotta go through.
We'll switch back and forth.
Let's talk about the whole list first. We'll go through the whole list you've got here. So we've got homemade brownie.
Mm-hmm.
We've got store bought brownies, ice cream, baklava. Explain.
That's something I know you don't know. I'm just rating it myself. It's delicious. I think it's Greek.
But what is it?
I don't know how to explain it. All I know is it's a pastry that's delicious. I don't know how to explain it at all.
So by default, because I don't know what that is, and you can't explain it, that's
I'm
smack in the middle.
I am uncultured in how to explain it, but it's so good.
So it's gonna go right here, and
It's
we've
going in
already got
A. It's going whatever
We've already got one, smack in the middle.
whatever A tier is. It's going in A tier at least.
Well, we're not doing the A, B. We're just gonna
Oh,
do
we're
it in
not.
a row.
What? We're doing a row. Oh, so we're just
Because
gonna like.
otherwise, we're gonna cover our faces. We'll just do a line.
That's fair.
But yeah.
I'm
Okay.
fine with putting that in the middle, somewhere over here.
Well, smack in the middle, just because I don't know what it is. It's got to be
fair.
a default.
That's
That'll
fair.
be our middle point.
Okay.
That's good. Okay, so baklava, cookies. Are we talking about what kind of cookies, or just cookies? Overall?
Cookies. We'll say. Well, most of these have to be general. Otherwise, you're going into way too many variations.
Okay. Next episode, we'll do different types. No, I'm just kidding. Cookie cake. It's good. Cake.
Just in general.
Cake pops. Okay. Ice cream cake. Yeah, this is a lot of cake, Tristan.
That's just because it came in my mind and I figured out a few variations.
Lava cake, that's going high. Fudge, cookie dough.
Just straight cookie dough.
Okay. Chocolate pie, apple pie, pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm.
Popsicles. I don't know if that counts, but we'll take it.
Whoa.
Fruit
Whoa.
popsicles are like the fudge popsicles.
Either.
Okay, that's why.
We're just saying popsicles.
If you talk about like just the fruit popsicles, that doesn't really count.
We'll say as a whole category for popsicles.
Cheesecake and churros. Okay. All right. Let's get this. I guess we already got to start with the middle one. So let's see. Let's go from bottom to top because I have a feeling that's going to be easier than top to bottom.
Okay.
So churros. What are we thinking? I love churros, but they have to be warm. A cold churro is not a good churro.
See, now there's a difference too. If you're doing like street churros, or if you're doing Costco.
Yeah.
Objectively, I'm gonna have to hate on Costco just a little bit because if you get churros anywhere else, they're so warm, fluffy, crisp on the outside. Trust me, experience. It's delicious. So I'm gonna have to put in general. I'm gonna have to put it. So we've got baklava here. I'm putting churros right in front.
Okay.
Right above it.
Okay. I'm gonna grab some cards.
Or
here.
whatever way is above.
I'm gonna grab some cards from this mini game so we have like placeholders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 18, right?
Yeah.
15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so we've got 2 now. So this is the baklava, then we got churros. Okay.
So we've got churros right here. Let's see. After that, we've got cheesecakes. And I just put cheesecakes as a general category because there are so many variations.
Okay.
We'll flip-flop.
Cheesecake, I think I'm going to put under.
That's fair.
Because you have to be in the mood for it.
That's fair. That is absolutely fair. And it also, again, just depends on where you get it from. If you go to like Cheesecake Factory or something, that's pricey. It's good, but it's pricey.
Okay, so here's another thing. As we do this, do we want to lock them in so that we can't move them?
That'll be fun, sure.
Okay, we're locking them in. This will save me a shit ton of time on editing. Popsicles.
We're locking them.
Popsicles. I'm tempted to put that right here, right above churros.
It's going a little further back.
Okay.
We're giving this 1, 2 spots back.
2 spots back.
2 spots back.
Okay.
Specifically because
I'm going to do this as placeholders.
popsicles, I think they're okay. But if we're talking about desserts in general, you got to think we're competing against brownies, we're competing against pies, we're competing against a lava cake. Popsicles just don't. It doesn't compete in the matchup. Okay. You know, it's just not a 5-star player. You got to put it a little further back on there.
Okay.
But
also,
it does go crazy.
When I put the pictures in here, they're not going to line up with the cards.
Not at
this
all.
is just a placeholder for us. Okay, pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkin, so I would like to put that here. I won't put it. What else do we got?
There's apple and chocolate pie. So by chocolate pie, I mean like
I'm
the
completely
fudge.
willing to put this all the way at the end. Compared to everything else we have on here. Nope, there's one I could put at the very end. So I will put it second to last.
Oh my god. I'm that's fine. That's acceptable because pumpkin pie is very hit or miss. Mm-hmm. What are you putting below that?
We'll get there. We'll get there. Just know that there's going to be a
$10 on cake pops. Let's go.
Cake pops are at the end. They're not bad. They're not bad, but to buy them, they're just not worth it.
So that's why you get like one of those. There's little makers you can
get the maker, but then you have to make them. Nobody's going out of their way to make cake pops.
That's fair. That's okay. I was expecting it, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah. So next would be apple pie.
Unnamed mystery soda brand.
Cola.
Unnamed brown substance.
Muddy water.
Yay.
Not as creamy.
We still have a little bit of creamy left.
I'm out of mine. Creamy.
That's wild.
Apple pie is next. What do we think on apple pie?
I think apple pie would go like right in front of popsicles.
Right in front of popsicles?
Right in front of popsicles. I think, if we're talking like a nice
See, but what do we put under popsicles?
Imagine this though. Imagine this though.
We've got too much good shit here though.
But you can put ice cream on. Imagine putting a dollop of ice cream right on top.
I'm willing to put it right after popsicles.
Like before?
Right after popsicles.
That's what I said right here. Right after popsicles.
After, not before. I'm thinking right after because we got a lot.
It
of
is
good
in
stuff
general
here.
popsicles.
I'm putting it right after.
I can take
it's
that.
still above pumpkin.
I can accept it.
And cake pops.
Yeah.
Okay. Next we have chocolate pie. Now chocolate pie, I'm willing to probably put right here.
Where?
Right here.
What was this one? Baklava?
Yeah.
I can take that.
Okay. There goes our place marker. The place markers are also going to be used at some point. Okay. So now we are at
cookie dough. Straight cookie dough. Right above churros. Right above churros.
We put cookie dough above churros.
Cookie dough on its own, is it healthy? Probably not. Does it go crazy?
Well,
I could smack that.
You can get the edible cookie dough. We'll go with that. Edible cookie
Likes
dough.
edible cookie dough.
Edible cookie dough tastes just as good.
Yeah.
Fudge.
Right in front?
Right in front of cookie dough. I would rather warm cookies than cookie dough.
You mean warm fudge?
No, I'm saying warm cookies. So, but I would also rather fudge after the cookies, but not the cookie dough.
I can accept that.
If that makes sense. Lava cake.
Give me that.
Dude, just put that on top. Put it on the very top. Yeah, that's
Right here.
That's first fucking place.
Right here.
I'm gonna remove this and just leave that gap there now because we can move.
We're locking in place.
Well, we can technically move stuff down if we're adding something.
That's fair.
Okay.
So let's see. There was ice cream cake right after that. I think that's a staple for like kids' parties. But besides that, kind
Ice
of
cream
it.
cake's really good though.
I'm saying it's good for parties, for occasions. Other than
But
that,
do we want to put it after what was here? Chocolate pie.
yeah.
I guess you do have to be in the mood for it.
It's something.
It depends though. Are we talking like Oreo ice cream cake?
Yes, we're talking. Again, that's
Where's
just
the
ice cream
cookie
cake.
Okay, we're gonna jump a little bit too. Or no, we're not because that's the next one anyways.
Right.
So if we put ice cream cake right here, we're putting cookie cake under it. I would much rather ice cream cake than cookie cake because then you can just get cookies.
I can accept that only because the only way you can enhance a cookie cake is by putting ice cream on it.
So we'll do that. So ice cream cake, and then this will be cookie cake.
It's 2 for 1.
Okay.
Cake pops.
Anyways.
There.
Cake.
In general,
We'll put cake right above whatever this was.
because again, if you're doing just general cake instead of
Right
like
above fudge. Yeah.
if you're doing just general cakes, because that could include things like tres leche cakes. Come on.
Yeah. And then cookie cake we already put down. Cookies. So what do we have left? We have cookies, ice cream, and store-bought versus homemade brownies.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do. So we got 4 cards left. Let's just do these 4 first, and then we'll put them down.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got cake, ice cream, with the brownies, right? Right. I say. We do it like this. I don't know why I'm switching around. Like you can tell what they are, but I say we go homemade brownies, ice cream, store-bought brownies. Wait, was cookies one of those?
Yep.
Homemade brownies, ice cream, cookies, store-bought brownies. Feel free.
So I like homemade brownies being in front.
Yep.
Because how can you beat a homemade brownie
I think
besides lava
I
cake?
think the tough one is gonna be ice cream and cookies.
See, now I'm on a completely different level here. So I would say homemade brownies is better than ice cream, but cookies are not better than brownies in general. Brownies, I feel like no matter what, outplay cookies in every category, because you've got that nice crust on the outside. You've got that nice chewy inside. It's fudgy, chocolatey. It just hits all the right spots of a sweet tooth and even a little bit of a savory tooth.
So we're gonna name this homemade cookies.
Yeah, well, you can say homemade cookies.
Let's get rid of the store-bought brownies.
Just trash them. We'll say brownies in general.
Yeah, brownies in general and cookies in general, and we'll just say that they're homemade. So we'll go. I can work with that then. Homemade brownies, homemade cookies, ice cream.
Putting cookies above ice cream.
Homemade cookies above ice cream. Yes.
Oh, but like imagine like a. But hear me out. Imagine like a nice like a dark chocolate raspberry ice cream.
Bro, but
That's a specific taste. But like
we're talking about imagine peanut butter chocolate chip cookies that are warm and gooey, or fudge cookies, Oreo cookies.
Why do you want Oreos so
Dude,
much?
Oreos are so good.
Sponsor us.
If only.
I just realized I've had my hand like this for like an entire couple minutes.
We'll do this. We'll do this.
There's no thoughts in the head. I'm just
brownies are obviously first.
Right,
It's between cookies and ice cream. You be ice cream, I'll be cookies. Best 2 out of 3.
I'm acceptable with this.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Fuck.
Cookies win.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Wait, you gotta cookies. Was that cookies?
It doesn't matter.
Fuck it, that's cookies.
Okay, so that is our tier list. Hopefully I can actually edit this in. Enjoy. In post.
Lava cake on top.
Lava cake's so good, especially if it's warm.
We both went at the same time.
I'm bust. All right, well, you're gonna send me this list later.
That's fine. That's fine.
But tier list. Well, on that note, considering we already have the cards out, we'll just keep recording and we'll get the game set up that we're gonna play. Wow, that was something. Those should just be A's and B's. So we are going to be playing.
Well, no, these are all A's.
Once again,
We've got all A's, baby.
pick your poison.
My freshman year record.
Oh god, I dropped the card. Okay. You can keep one of those. I'm gonna keep one of those. You can flip them over. There's A, B. Alright.
Oh my god, I made it in the bag. I'll take
Very
it.
proud. There's a B, there's a B.
I love A's and B's. Wait. Yeah, that is right. A's and B's.
Okay. And then, like last time, this is basically just a this or that game. We pick up a card. You and I will decide without showing each other which one we'll be holding up the cards.
Right.
We'll decide what we're going to pick, and then once we decide, we'll pick up a card,
Okay.
show the camera, and explain.
Let's turn
Explain
them,
your
turn them
case.
towards. Turn them towards.
Well, these can be pointed towards us, and then when we show it.
That's fair.
So, here we go.
Okay.
First card. Sit for 12 hours between two 400-pound people in a coach airline seat,
Ooh, at least it's coach and not like economy.
or erase the last 10 years from your memory.
I just wouldn't have a personality.
So, yeah, because you're, give me a second, 17?
I'm disappointed it took him that long. We're 6 years apart.
Took 2 seconds.
That took 2
I
seconds
forget
too
how
long.
old I am. I forget my birthday.
45.
So this is A, this is B.
This would mentally make me 7 years old.
Not much would change.
Man.
So, 400 pounds on your left and right for 12 hours.
At least you'd be warm.
Or, I'm already fucking hot all the time. Or erase the last 10 years from your memory. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the sweating my ass off for 12 hours because I do that anyways. I'm not erasing 10 years of my life.
See, me personally, I just, I would actually become 7.
You
and
just cease to exist.
imagine playing that card on someone who was, like, below 10 years old. They just, negative memory.
Guess what? Disappear.
Purple.
Although purple, yeah. Okay, next one. Constantly smell body odor that no one else can smell. Ooh.
Because then you think it's you.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is. Wear deodorant.
Eat 3 pounds of solid butter in one sitting. slammed the table. He didn't even take a second to think. I am also down in the butter.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it. He said, I fucking love butter.
A little too much. I need to cut back a little bit.
That round was too quick. Be unable to recognize anyone's face. Okay, that'd be interesting. Be below average at everything.
At everything?
So being a jack of all trades, this is a tough one. Because as long as I take the time to learn, I can be decent at anything.
You're below average at everything. That's everything.
Yeah, I don't think...
Seeing, walking, your senses, they're all below average. Yeah, clearly. But you're below average on everything else.
Yeah.
Your looks below average. Your style below average.
Yeah.
That's everything in existence that you could be, you're worse at it. Existing. You're a below average human being.
Breathing.
Yeah, that's just called asthma.
Yeah. That's rough.
Or be able to unable to recognize anyone's face.
So here's the thing with that one. Actually, we'll pick first, and we'll choose our case. So are you ready?
But what are we saying for unable to recognize? Is it just like blurry, so everyone's face would just be a blur?
Yeah, we'll say that it's just a blur. Like when you watch videos and they're blurred out.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
What did you choose? Oh, we both chose that.
So, here's the thing. Even if you can't recognize their face, even if you can't see them, what do you do when you're turned away from someone? You can hear them.
Well, you could hear them when they're faced at you,
I know, but that's my point. Is you already can't see them sometimes, and you can hear them, and you know who it is.
Right.
Sense. People have specific sense. You can smell them a mile away half the time.
Where's the body odor?
Yeah. So.
Hey, you know what? At that point, you're getting with someone for their personality because you can't see their face.
So if we knock us below average, I already won't be able to half see them. I won't be able to half see them, and I won't be able to half hear them.
You won't be able to see that they're below average.
So I'm gonna stick with the not recognize their faces.
That's horrible.
Okay. Next one. Have brown teeth. Ooh, pirate's dream. These are really short ones. Have brown teeth or drop 50 IQ points.
You already did that second one. I don't think you can do it again. There's a nice bald spot on your head because of it.
Yeah, that doesn't count. For anyone that doesn't know what he's talking about. We'll save that for another episode. You boy did a little bouncy bounce on the concrete. Unconsciously.
Let's see. That is difficult. Well, okay. Is it brown teeth that I could have removed and then get new teeth put
Yeah,
in?
you get veneers.
Okay, so it's not just like...
The veneers are expensive.
That's true.
So here's the thing, right?
How does IQ
Without gloating, I feel like we're pretty smart. If I don't know what'll.
Okay, it would have to depend. I don't know how IQ points work in the sense of
what the range is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I've got my choice.
I've got my choice too.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
I'm spending the money. I will spend the money.
I can use my brains to make enough money for veneers, but I can't use the brains if they're gone. All right.
I'm already dumb enough. I don't need to drop more.
But you just graduated high school. You're going for an arts degree.
Yes, art.
So next one. Leave behind a trail of slime like a snail wherever you go.
Damn, you got a snail trail.
Be unable to learn anything ever again. That one's easy.
Snail trail all the way. Come on.
I would rather have a constant stream of piss coming out of me than never learn anything again.
You better be wearing a fucking maximum diaper everywhere.
This trial still goes, buddy. Doesn't matter what you wear.
People hate this man on planes.
People hate this one trick. Have a condition where if your cell phone ever runs out of battery... Wait a minute. Before we get into this, the slime, what if it can be extracted and used for something? You know how much money you'd make?
What the... You're gonna use your slime for?
Use it as like an oil or something. Something to grease up stuff.
Nikki wants to get greasy with the slime.
Dude, that's a lot of money right there. Just a lubricant that someone can use. Not as lube. Well, maybe. Depends how clean it is.
I'm gonna have to. Let's go to the next. Let's go to these. Let's ignore whatever the hell that was.
It would be an episode without cock talk. Have a condition where if your cell phone ever runs out of battery, you die. Connor would be fucked.
First day, gone.
Never brush your teeth again. What is with these bad teeth ones?
I just really hate people's good dental hygiene. They hate the British.
That's a tough one. Because what?
Okay, so I can't brush my teeth.
What if you just remove your battery?
Then you die.
No, it'll never die if you remove it. Well, eventually you'll have to charge it eventually, but it'll take a lot longer for it to die.
Or you just constantly have a cord hooked up.
Yeah, but what? Doing that, your car's phone's gonna die soon. Doing that, you'll kill the battery. It won't charge anymore after a while. What if you get to the point where you can't charge your battery anymore?
I feel like you could just get a new phone, because it's just if your cell phone dies.
But what if it's like Future Diary, where that's all you get? It's done, it's done.
Well, that's horrible, because no matter what, modern technology is going to die at some point. Let's assume that you can get a new phone. Because if it's just like this the whole time with one phone, you're fucked. After like 10 years, you're done for. You're putting yourself on a time limit no matter what.
Yeah. All right.
So it's just death in 10 years if we're playing it that way. Or lose your teeth. Because the thing is, too, even though you're not brushing your teeth, it doesn't say you can't, like, still try to do stuff.
Yeah, you still use your finger. You're not talking with brushing. You're just rubbing.
It's true.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready to. First different one.
I'm not risking the phone.
I'll do the
I'm
phone.
going to use my finger to clean my teeth if I have to.
See, I would do this specifically just because I could just bring a portable battery everywhere I go. That would be the easiest solution.
See, but then you're risking the possibility that you just forget one day.
And that's fine.
Or you sleep too long and you don't put your phone on a battery.
Gone. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with just...
Yeah, you wouldn't feel it. I wonder if you feel it even... I don't know.
It'd probably just be like a heart attack, instant death.
Yeah. So next one, never find anything funny ever again. Or eat the contents of the nearest garbage can. Or in a library. How bad would that be?
Paper and plastic.
I'd have to like cut my insides up.
It would be a receipt, a few pieces of loose plastic, and a couple bottles. I'll make it work. I will make it work.
That's disgusting.
Hey, it never said you can't like do anything to shred it up. I've probably already got microplastics in me. Let's make the process
That's
even
true.
quicker.
If we can blend it, I'll switch up.
Hey, it never said we couldn't. It just said eat it.
That's true. Have hair, have hair growing inside your mouth.
That's disgusting.
Be unable to speak unless you're spoken to directly. Yeah, we're gonna go with that one. Because then you can just be like,
Right. And they say, what? And you're like, okay, now I can speak.
sweet. So I can't speak unless you fucking say something.
Pretty much.
Sick.
Hair growing inside your mouth. Imagine like brushing up your tongue just to
So-
feel a wave of grass.
Here's the thing. I think your tongue has hairs on it. I think they're micro, but I think your tongue has hairs on it.
Well, that's different from like the roof of your mouth being covered with a layer of
That's
hair.
I might.
What would you do for hair care inside your mouth? It would just always be wet. It would just always be wet unless it somehow just stays dry.
It might be like peach fuzz. It might just be the same as your. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if there's actually hair on your tongue, but I think that's how that works.
This mug's spitting facts you don't know about. Next cards.
Drink only plain water for the rest of your life.
That's not
And
horrible.
be healthy. Eat only wet cat food. I'm I'm not eating wet cat.
Yeah, what the?
the
That's
rest of my
not
life.
even a question.
Yeah.
I'll drink water. I could lose a little bit of the dessert pile, anyways.
That one actually worked really well together
Yeah, wet cat food or water.
for the rest of your life. I'm gonna go with the water. Okay, next one. Be unable to breathe through your nose. Sean already can't do that. Or call a stranger mom at least once every day. I'm gonna go with B.
That's just funny.
Yeah.
He's just going up someone's street. Hey, mom. Just keep going.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to breathe through my nose. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to smell or taste anymore.
True.
Fun fact, if you didn't know that, if you can't breathe through your nose, you can't taste.
If if you've never been sick before in your life.
Well, no, because typically if you're sick, you can still breathe a little bit through your nose. So you can still have that taste factor. But if you can't breathe through your nose at all, or you don't have a sense of smell anymore, you can't taste. Which is crazy. Okay. Eat only baby food for the rest of your life, or only be able to stand still or sprint at full speed.
That sounds funny.
So here's the problem with that, though. Because if I get enough momentum, I can't just stop.
See, now what if you move to, like, get up? Do you have to, like, get up as fast as possible?
No, you would stand up because you're still standing in place.
Mm.
But the moment you move...
You're just constantly juking someone out. You're like, all right, let me go get this water. Just fucking juking someone out just to move.
And your voice would fucking project like that. Let me go get this water. I need some coffee.
I don't think you need coffee, big man. I think you'll be all right without it. After we just had 2 bottles.
They're gonna make me go poopy.
Oh, no.
Okay. Lose all the pictures you've ever taken, or be unable to say your own first name.
I feel like I don't really have to do that anyways that often.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that, like, I'm introducing myself to someone, which...
People know how to say my first name. They just can't say my last name.
Well, they just can't spell it.
Or say it.
N-I-K-K-I.
Oh, yeah, that. It's okay. It's N-I-C-K way for anyone that wanted to know. It's fine. Have every bug you ever killed come back to life and infest your bedroom. Or talk with a bogus accent all the time, despite the fact that everyone knows it's fake. Man, that's fucking comedy.
That's a great way for everyone to hate me, but it would be kind of funny. If I can choose to do, like, a really horrible Aussie accent, that would go crazy.
Ozzy Osbourne on the scene? I'm just kidding.
What?
Okay, we'll do one more and we'll end it there, because we're already at over an hour. It's been a good episode. All right. Drink all the water from the toilet without using your hands. Interesting. That's going to be a lot of suction. Try to slap anyone who wishes you a nice day. No, I won't.
I'll take a felony.
Yeah.
I'll take the felony. I'm still...
It doesn't say how hard you have to slap it. You can slap on the back. Thanks, man.
Have a nice day. Backhand as hard as possible.
Don't ever talk to me again.
I mean,
But
take those.
that was good. All right. Well, thank you. all
Brown
for-
teeth, no teeth. The British will make it work for you.
Water, cat food. Hairy mouth.
The brush against your mouth.
What a wild fucking sentence. What's up, hairy mouth?
That is a horrible insult. If you, just imagine going up to someone, what's going on, hairy mouth?
No, I like the insult. You're easy to draw. See, it's funny. You look really easy to draw.
Done.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you all for coming today. We hope you enjoyed. As per usual, anything you'd like to see in the future, or whatever you enjoyed this time, leave it in the comments. Leave a like, hit subscribe, hit that little bell, and
I will find you.
we're already in your walls.